Hey everyone, Shabby here and welcome back to some more Motorsport Manager. We are here with the final race of the season, Sydney. We have got 2.8 million left, which we're going to hopefully spend on some more car improvements. 12 hours to repair the cars. Fuji television. Passini. I'd love to see Passini work for the club. The club? The team. God knows, whatever. Pit stops were not very good. Again, a lot of crashes in that race. A lot of crashes. So that's going to be... Well, we did okay. We got 17th and 18th in the end, didn't we? Which is pretty nice. Right, so we're doing that. We're working on improving the parts, aren't we? That's the repair in the car, isn't it? There you go. Now the car's improved. Right. So we're working on improving these parts, making them better for next season. Are these the ones we want to get done? Yes. Risk level medium. Medium. Okay, so we're working on the risky parts to get them ready for next season to make them better. We've not got any of them on the car because of the risk involved, but it is going to give us a much better chance going into next season, to be honest, isn't it? Right, so we've got a new car part being built, aren't we? It's another new set of brakes, and to be built in 10 days' time, which hopefully should give us enough time to build another couple of bits before the end of the season. I want to see some more F1 stuff as well. If you remember last time, it's getting pretty interesting in F1, and F3 is looking pretty good as well. So Vips is due to finish up with Brawn soon as well. How good is Vips? 3 and a bit. Not bad at all, actually. They're paying him a lot of money, though. 863 grand per race. It's more than I'm paying my drivers. I can't afford that. Right, so in F2, there's a win for Lance Stroll. Buemi in second. Ericsson third and Rockenvist only in fourth. He's still top of the table by 10 points, so I should imagine as long as he finishes in the top 8 in the next race, he will win the Drivers' Championship. But Constructors' Championship looks like it's going to be won, because 18 points is the most you get, which is going to put them to 100. So Nissan are moving up to F1. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like the Nissan are moving up. Right, let's keep pushing forward then. F1's coming up as well this weekend. I want to see what happens there. If Hamilton wins, then he should be alright, but if Hamilton doesn't win, it could be pretty iffy in there. Right, so 314 is the level for that deceleration, those brakes. So when's that going to be finished by? Get out the way. Get out the way. There we go. Right, 6 days before the race, so I can afford to put those other ones on afterwards, I think. Because these are all parts taken into next season, be better, aren't we? Right, what do we build next? I mean, rear wing is the thing we've only got a good, not a great. Everything else we've got great parts on. But we can't really do anything with it, can we? We can build this, but it's literally only going to improve qualifying. So we're not actually going to gain anything by building a new rear wing. Suspension. We could go and try and get a lucky one here. That's plus 30. Which is the best one, isn't it? Yeah. And then that. So 331 plus we're going to get a random legendary component, which could be anything. It could be this, could be plus 100. Who knows? Let's give it a go anyway. It's going to be good. It's our first epic suspension, so hopefully it's going to be a good part to take into next season. It's going to be built in 9 days as well. I don't think we can afford to build much more this season now because we're pretty low on dough. We need to save $1 million for the last race. We've got about $1 million to spend before the next race. Here we go, F1. If Hamilton doesn't win, which he didn't, and he finished 4th again. Wow. Verstappen is so close now, just 5 points beneath Hamilton with 1 race remaining. Vettel got 2nd, Gasly in 3rd, Vettel in 4th, Ricciardo 5th. Bottas, did Bottas not even finish? No, Bottas didn't even finish the race. Oh, Leclerc's back in. Leclerc's bracing for Alpine Racing, who are not bottom. They're joint bottom, though. So, Red Bull, they're not going to... Oh, they could catch, you know. They're 18 points behind Mercedes. If the last race of the season's dodgy for Mercedes as well, then Red Bull could pull it out the bag and win the Drivers' and the Constructors' Championship, which would be pretty interesting. Be a hell of a comeback, it really would be. Considering how one-sided the season really was. Right, so let's get this done. New suspension built, which is nice. So that's 441 that goes up to. I mean, what are our current parts? 241 and 204. Well, that's a big upgrade, that, isn't it? That's a huge upgrade. 441 that goes up to. Right, so we'll finish these. It's going to be done in 6 days. Well, we did 6 days. We've done in 5 days. This will be done then. And then we'll put our other new part on there. So we can afford another new part now as well. Oh yeah, so what did it actually get? It must have got lucky then. Must have got lucky with the other part it got. It's not going to tell me, is it, what it got? No, but the random... So the random part we added onto it must have been very, very good. Right, we want to do brakes? We've done pretty well on brakes already, haven't we? So rear wing, we can't really do anything with rear wing until we build a simulator. So we might have to just deal with having a bad rear wing. Gearbox, I think we can build a legendary one, but it's not going to make a lot of difference, is it? I mean, where are we with these parts now then? I mean, what's good? So we've got a decent engine. We could build potentially... Can we build a red flagged engine? I mean, it's going to probably cost a lot of money. So if I build that, it's going to give us 293, 288. So having that is better. Okay. So this is 328, 328 as well. It's going to take an extra 2 days. That doesn't matter to me too much. Extra reliability, but an extra 1 red zone. Make it 328, but that's going to make it 348. This makes it 398, 448 if I put that on. That's not going to give us anything. That gives us 448. What is our current engine at? I mean, I don't want to spend all this money on an engine if it's not going to be that much better. It's a big upgrade. It's going to cost a lot of money though, isn't it? So it's going to be expensive. Is it this one? 328, 328. It's going to reduce the red zone. Let's reduce the red zone then, if it's going to give us the same boost. Was you, and you, wasn't it? 448. It's going to cost 3 million. We can't afford it. Oh, bugger. And it will take a long time to build. Okay. We can't build that engine then. We'll take that back. We can go for one of these parts, then maybe brakes. Again, that's not good though, that one. How are brakes currently looking then? Our brakes are currently... We've got... Let's just click on it and have a look. So we've got a 314 and a 244. Can we get better than 314? That's the question. So we're going to go with this one. That puts to 229. 244, we'll go for that one then. And that is 314. So we have got that, and we'll just have to go for a random legendary component. Hope that it works. Hope that we get something good. It's going to cost another 600k, but it's going to add a legendary component, so it might work out better. It's 340. If it doesn't work out well, then it's just a car. It's a part that can go on the other car, so we can have 2 good parts. So look at our bars are going up though a lot, which is good. Our performance work is done. So pause. I need to get more performance work done. Yeah, look at medium speed corners and the high speed corners we're looking decent at now. So we're going to also now improve that. And this. Yes, we're going to start improving the other parts. 67 days after the race it's going to take. That's a long time, isn't it? So hopefully that will be good. Right, so current sponsorship deals. We can't really do anything else at this point in time. They were idle, they're not anymore. And this is the final race of the season then. Hopefully going to get enough time to do those improvements. So we're going to get time after the race to fit those parts. Is this going to be done in time for the end? I don't think it is, you know. Do we take that risk? I don't know. I mean, if I look at this, should be okay. End of championship. Designing brakes finished there. Pre-season starts there. I think we should just about get away with it. It's worth doing, I think. It is worth doing. Right. So, Australia, here we come. Do 4 of them or 5 of them. Right then, here we go. Australia to finish the season off. Hopefully it's going to be a good one for us. Hopefully, anyway. I mean, I'm a bit worried that it might... It's going to be another last place, we know that. But I just want to see improvement. And we have improved a lot of the parts of our cars, so maybe that will be beneficial. I don't know, to be honest, though. It's more next season I'm worried about, isn't it, really? I mean, we know now that we want to spend a decent amount on the chassis, but we don't need to go too over the top because we haven't got the parts to back it up. So I did sort of waste a lot of money last season. So I think, again, we probably won't go big on the chassis. We'll go big on improvability, but the other parts don't really matter too much. And then we will... I don't know, what should we do? We might improve some more HQ stuff as well then. That's probably going to be beneficial to do. So yeah, we should be okay. We should be in a decent position. Possibly. And hopefully next season... we're getting closer now. Our bars are getting closer. As you saw just before this race started, like I said. But look at that, look. We are less than a second behind Malja per lap. And we're well ahead of... let's have a look in here. So this is actually a big upgrade, this is. We're less than a second... Oh, no, we're not. Okay, I'll take it back. I was looking at last lap rather than best lap. So we're like 4 seconds behind. Okay. Ignore me then. Ignore me. Right. Into the race we go. Final race of the season. It's nice to get this final race out the way, and then next season we can, again, start from scratch and improving the car and making it better, and hopefully get those bars closer and closer and closer to the average. I mean, we're getting closer now, but it's just not quite enough, is it? Soft tyres, engine expert, it's not worth it, is it? Let's get rid of that and let's go for race trim. Race trim and pit stop guru is a bit pointless. Fuel economy is good, but I think soft tyres is probably going to be more important in this one, just to let those tyres last a bit longer. Right, setups are awful. And we've got this setup here, which is not great. You want to be more in the acceleration. Okay, you want to be closer to that end though, don't you? Downforce needs to be in here. And then probably bring that a bit closer to the edge of the green. Like that. Okay, tyre choice. It's a 26 lap race. We can get... we possibly could one stop on softs, you know. Is it going to rain? No, it's going to be hot. So we can 2-stop on softs. Super softs. That's 3 3/4 stars, 3.5 stars. Or 3 1/3. I feel like we should go... We're going to end up 2-stop anyway. Let's just go for super softs and 2-stop. We know we're going to have to. We'll take 3 laps of fuel out. And then with you, we will again use this setup again. Gear ratios need to go again towards the acceleration side, and downforce in there as well. Okay. Now you can get 6 to 8 out of those, so you probably can't. We'll put you on softs. We'll do alternative alternative styles on both cars. Why not? There we go. Let's go with that then. Let's go with that. Right then, the final race of the season in Australia. We're starting in 15th and 18th. We've got qualifying back next season, which will be different as well. It's going to make the videos probably longer though, isn't it? But it'll be all fun. As we... bottom... No, we're not bottom 2 yet. Because Jewis has dropped behind us. Now we're bottom 2. There we go. Right, so we're doing okay. We're staying with the back of the pack at this first lap, which is nice. Hopefully we get a bit closer. And there's a crash. Luis de la Traz has crashed and the safety car is out. That's a good start to the season. Good start to the race, isn't it? We're not going to pit, although we've wasted a lot of our tyre usage in 1 lap already, haven't we? But yeah, we're not going to pit yet. It'd be a bit pointless now. Not really gain much out of it at all, are we really? Right then, Cohen. Got 1 more lap of the safety car. This is going to help us, I think, take our tyres slightly longer in the race if we're behind the safety car. See, Deegan's quite a gap away from Cohen on the back of this paddle. Then Cohen's quite a gap away from Jewis as well. Of course, we need to keep an eye on Bird and Pajnard, who are currently 7th and 12th. But, of course, it's tricky because the safety car sort of stopped the race after one lap. So, be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be interesting next season because we've got the qualifying as well. It's going to mean that the race is going to start a lot more normally. It's going to make probably the championship a bit more exciting. We'll have to wait and see what happens, I suppose, won't we? Right, the safety cars should be coming in now then. No, it's got one more lap. Okay, it's heading to the garage next lap. So at least we've got past one car. We're not going to finish 24th again. There's been a lot more accidents this season than there was last year, wasn't there? So we've gone for the cheaper tyres for next year, haven't we, I think? If I remember that correctly, I think we went cheaper tyres. We've also got qualifying. Those are the only two rule changes that are coming in, I believe, if I remember correctly. So that should be pretty interesting. I think the qualifying is going to be fun. Maybe that's going to replace the practice session, I'm not sure. But again, qualifying won't really matter to us too much because we're not really going to gain much benefit from it, are we really? We're going to be bottom 2 anyway, unless we really get lucky with some of these upgrades that I'm putting on. Of course, we've got some massive upgrades that I've not been able to take full advantage of. Because of them having the risk factor, so next season we will be able to take advantage of them, so it'll be interesting what happens. Right, safety car is now coming in at the end of lap number 4. So that should help us take our tyres a bit further into the race now. Both guys have got cold tyres, underheated tyres, so they have to obviously improve that as we move forward. So I need to remember to put the parts on after this race as well, the new parts. Get that improved as much as we can. Right, so yeah, they're doing okay tyre wear wise. We wanted to try and 2-stop this, so probably want to get to around about lap 10 if we can. And that should be better for us. If we do that, then we can go lap 10, lap 20, or maybe even go for softs and go lap 18, lap 26. Something along them sort of lines. A lot of people are being checked for collisions now. Oh, we're overtaking cars here. There we go. Look, a couple of cars with real problems with their engines. Of course, late in the season, there's going to be some more problems with part condition. And we just need to take advantage of those situations. We've overtaken Habsburg. There's nothing wrong with Habsburg's car. Oh, he's got us back now. Okay. Although Cohen's sticking with him, to be honest. Another issue with the car of Florsch. Florsch has had a terrible season so far, and his car's not been working well at all. Interesting race at the moment for us, isn't it? A lot of cars are struggling with technical issues. So we just need to just keep on the back of them and just take advantage. 2 more cars are just retired. Bird and Fawako. Bird is out, but Fawako's also out. That's really good for the Brawn team, who are currently 3rd and 7th, with 1 member of Maserati and 1 member of March out of the race. Bird has lost the Drivers' Championship. Piscini looks like he might have that in the bank, and Tictum is also out, and it's another safety car, and this is good timing for us because this is when we need to pit. Do we want to go for another set of these? I think we go for another set of softs on, or a first set of softs on Cohen. We can get 8 to 10 laps out of that. So we're going to have to stop again. Like, we can't get to the end of the race. We're going to have to stop again. I might as well just put you on super softs then, because we're going to have to stop again anyway. So we might as well give you the fastest tyre to do so. And your tyres are not as bad, but it's probably worth doing it as well. You can probably go for a super soft, and we'll probably end on a soft, or if the safety car stays out for long enough, we might be able to end on a super soft as well. There we go. So safety car is only going to be out for a lap. But that's 4 cars out. So 2 crashed, 2 retired. But this has really been handed now to Brawn GP. They should be able to do well here and win the Constructors and the Drivers' Championships, which would be massive for them. Absolutely huge for them. And we're currently in 14th and 15th. God knows how we're pulling this off. There we go, down to 18th now. Right. Very interesting. Of course, behind the safety car, so we can't lose any more places. I think we just It's when we pitted, I think, has worked out pretty well for us. Although, it doesn't matter, the Cohen's going to get overtaken here by a few teams straight away, isn't he? Because they're all sort of backing up to each other now. There's one more lap under the safety car, which is good for our tyre wear, because it's going to make these tyres last a bit longer. If we can get to around about lap 17, 18 on these tyres, and we can go for another set of super softs to finish the race on them, which would be nice. So we've got one more lap behind the safety car. Which again is good for us. It just makes our tyres last a bit longer. Zhu, Malja and Aberdeen have all not yet pitted, which could become an issue for them. They're the only 3 people that haven't pitted behind the safety car. I've had 2 safety cars so far and they haven't pitted. It's really weird. I think everyone else is pitted. It's a good chance for people who are having issues with parts to get them repaired during the race. Right, here we go then. Safety car should be heading in now. We're going to go into lap 12 here, and this is good for our fuel delta as well. Actually, behind the safety car, we're gaining a lot of fuel back. There we go, Cohen just on cue there, getting his fuel delta back. As the safety car is now heading in, the race is back underway, and it's going to be interesting what happens now then. Say Zhu, Malja and Aberdeen are going to have to pit pretty soon, as Cohen's holding on to that 16th place pretty well at this point in time. He's down to 17th now. 18th, 19th, there we go. I thought it was too good to be true. And Roman Grosjean has crashed just in front of us. It's a yellow flag, it's not a safety car this time. Another crash is crazy. Nobody wants to finish the final race of the season, do they here? Right, Zhu's gone in for his set of softs even. And Aberdeen and Malja have still got to come in, which again is pretty risky for them to stay out as long as they have done. They're obviously trying to one-stop this race is their plan, but maybe when the safety car came in it would have been a good idea to change your plan. But then again, well done to them for trying something different, I suppose. It might work out for them. Cohen is having a race of his life. It's 9.7 out of 10. He's doing very, very well, Cohen. Staying not too far away from Jewis actually as well, which is a nice position to be in here. And he's actually catching up the back. Well, he's just overtaken Zhu, who's got issues, and Cohen's overtaken. What is going on? Cohen here just taking cars for fun. He's up to 15th. We're in 15th and 16th. And it's another crash. Vivian Kesiali is gone. Which I'm not too disappointed about, because we tried to sign her in the summer and she didn't want to come to us, so... And Piscini has crashed! No! Wow, Piscini thought he had the championship. This championship's wide open now then. It was Bird and Piscini fighting over it, and there was one other driver. Who was it? Who else was fighting for that championship? I can't remember who it was now. I think it might have been Vips, you know. Vips could have an opportunity to do well. Cohen is really pulling it out of the bag here. I don't know why everyone else's cars are struggling. He's up into 12th position here. Right, Deegan's tyres are worn. Or is it because we're on the super soft? So we're just getting past these people on softs really easily? So Deegan, you probably need to do another... I probably have to pit you. We'll bring you on to a pair of softs, then that should get you to the end of the race. Gonna have to repair your gearbox. Bugger. Let's get that done then. But Cohen is doing so well. He's up into 13th. We might actually get a point, you know, this race. Then again, we do have to pit again. I don't think a lot of the other cars do. Got to repair that gearbox. That's going to really make Deegan suffer, though, isn't it? Yeah, she's down to 17th now. But Cohen doing really well. But he has to pit again. I don't know if the cars around him do. That's the question. Right, can we bring you straight in for a set of softs? I mean, your front wing is damaged, but I want to leave you out there for as long as possible because you're like 30 seconds ahead of Florsch. If you can get this pit stop done, why all of a sudden are we doing well? I don't understand it. I don't understand how it's happening in this race. You watch, we'll still probably end up bottom 2, like, but I'm just stunned how well. It's just Florsch now behind us, and he's 6 seconds behind Cohen. But Cohen's got a fresh set of super softs. Is that going to be enough? Ellis takes top. Is Ellis? No, it's Ellis, isn't it? Ellis at Maserati. That's who's fighting for the championship. Ellis is going to get it then. And Maserati have got to be disappointed. Fuoco's retired. Bird's retired. Piscini's retired. So 1 Maserati, 1 Brawn, and 1 March Engineering have all retired. Pajnard takes the lead from Ellis, who goes into the pits. Vips is back up into 4th as well. I feel like Ellis, who's 2nd, is going to win the Drivers' Championship, but I tell you what, the Constructors' Championship's wide open as Ellis trying to hold off Flor for as long as possible. But he's overtaken Gunther, who's in the pit anyway. So he might actually finish ahead of someone in this race without them crashing out. We know they're pitted an extra time, but we might actually finish ahead of someone who hasn't crashed. Which I think will be the first time ever, I think. Jewis has crashed out as well. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is getting very interesting now. There's a lot of crashes in this one. I don't know why. Is it to do with the tyre wear because of the heat on the track? It's not that hot though, I suppose, is it? But Cohen's up to 14th now. That's insane. Cohen up to 14th. This would be our best of a race. This would. You're 14 seconds ahead of Gunther. Can you hold that for the next 4 laps? That's the question. Are your tyres going to be good enough to last the next 4 laps without struggling? You dropped to 11 seconds ahead of Gunther. You need to pull that out now, Cohen. Our fuel delta's good. Rear wing for Deegan is struggling. Right, 3 laps remain, and you're 9 seconds ahead of Gunther. I think we can do this. I think we can do it. I think we can hold Gunther off. We're 7 seconds behind now. Maybe we can't hold Gunther off. We need to get that fuel delta looking good. Then for the last lap, we'll go all out and just go high engine mode, everything, and just try and hold him off. He's only 4 seconds behind. He's catching. I can see him. There he is. Oh, he's right behind you now, Cohen. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to admit defeat here, I think. Yeah, your tyres are worn as well. You've gone quite wide on that corner. We're going to lose this place to Gunther, aren't we? It's a shame because we're coming on to our 25th lap. We've got 1 more lap. Oh, we're going to get done over here by the blue flag. We've had to slow down to let Ellis past. And that's going to allow Gunther to get right up close behind and overtake. Boom. Gutted. Absolute gutted. But, tell you what, we're on final lap now, are we? No, we're on lap 25. So you're... Okay, let's just go for it, man. Go for it. Last race of the season, just go for it. Alright, so you can go into high engine mode. Oh, he finished. Oh. Okay, I just put Cohen into high engine mode. That's a bit pointless, wasn't it? Well, Deegan finishes about 40 odd seconds, 45, 44 seconds behind Cohen. Weren't great. Shows the difference in quality in car, but there we go. Ellis victorious. That might have just won Ellis the Drivers' Championship. And I really want to see what happens in F1 here as well. That should be interesting as well. There we go. I think that's our best of a finish, I think. Not too shabby at all. Right, I'm interested now. I'm really interested. We're going to scrutinize the car, scrutineer the car. I have to remember next episode before we start to put all the dodgy parts on the car so we get the good benefit from them all. Right, did anyone else get suspended? Nope. No, okay. So we finished decent position, 15th and 16th. I'm happy with that. We might have actually made a profit on this last race of the season. So yeah, Ellis in first, Brawn in second, but Vips in 5th as well. Might have just won Brawn the Drivers' Championship, you know. They've got it. Brawn won the Drivers' Championship. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And Ellis wins the Drivers' Championship. There we go. So Ellis in the Drivers' Championship. Pixini comes in second, miles away. Sam Bird's final 2 races of the season killed him. They really, really did. And Brawn are going to get themselves promoted up to F2. March Engineering so close, but again, those final 2 races, Sam Bird got absolutely done over. Let's see how much, if any, money we have made. I'm going to say none, but we'll have a look. Be nice if we didn't lose a lot of money. I mean, we're not going to go into a negative now anyway, we know that. We only lose money per race, it's not terrible. New unlock for you. Your max up. Sweet spots, level 2. Okay, that doesn't mean much of a difference. Might do next season because of the qualifying, but it doesn't really matter too much. Everyone's happy with everything. We lost 763 grand. Puts us down to 605k, which I think means we've done pretty well actually this season to spend all the money we had. Okay, I'll just skip through that. I didn't mean to. F1. He did it! He actually did it! Verstappen won the race. Hamilton in second by 4 seconds. And Verstappen wins the Drivers' Championship in F1. Wow, that's amazing. At the beginning of the season, Hamilton was so far ahead. So far ahead. And Verstappen has really just done it the last few races. Hamilton had a couple of dodgy finishes as well. And there we go. Verstappen wins the Drivers' Championship. But Mercedes do keep a hold of the Constructors' Championship. That's not too bad for them, I suppose. They get some money out of that. In F2, Rockenvist, of course, does win the Drivers' Championship. No question that was going to happen, but he won the last race of the season as well. I think that is going to put Nissan up, though it is. Nissan won it quite convincingly. They move up to F1. And in F2, or F3 even where we are, Ellis wins the Drivers' Championship for Maserati. However, because Fuoco was so bad, they don't get the Constructors' Championship. They actually come third. And it is Braun GP who wins it thanks to the final race, really. Well done to them. Wow. There we go then. Ellis is the Drivers' Champion for F3. Braun are the Constructors' Champions for F3. And there we go. So that is the end of Season 3. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, please do hit a like. Of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. Next time, we will start the next season. We might get a race done, depending on how much stuff I do off-camera. Not off-camera. How much stuff I do preparation for Season 4. With car and that sort of stuff. It might be a bit of a shorter episode, but we'll probably just do the race the episode after, I think. I don't know. We'll have a look as we go along. Anyway, if you enjoyed this one, please do hit a like. Of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.